Brooks, going to nationals. First off, what does that mean to you to be able to compete at nationals?
I think it's a really cool deal. I mean, when I got recruited, and that was one of my goals going in is to be a four-time national qualifier, and just anything I can do to help out the team and like just be an impact here at Emporia State, I think is awesome. So,
As far as nationals, what goals have you set for yourself?
um, my goal going in is to be an All-American, so top eight. I'm going in at ninth, but I was sitting seventh for most of the season, so I think it's very doable. Just have a good day and ruin a couple people's days. So,
I guess, Brooke, how do you, obviously it's nationals, it's a big thing. How do you maybe block a lot of that noise out, just kind of focus on what you have to do?
yeah, it's a big stage, but nothing really changes. It's all, especially when you're by yourself. It's not like I'm competing with a team. It's just kind of me and me and coach, and so if I can just do what I've done all season and just be able to execute like my cues and what I need to do, then things will happen. And it's unique that way, in that you don't really have to rely on your team as well. So,
Did you, I guess, set expectations to be here at this time of the year?
um, I mean, it was a goal of mine. It's hard to say. It's something you expect, but it's obviously it's where I want to be. It's where we train hard to be every day. So I think it shows our hard work throughout the season. So.
Vince or Landon?
Hey, this is Landon. Brooks, I know your story. I've told it. I'm curious, being someone who wasn't even necessarily, looking at track in the first place when coming to college, to reach the pinnacle of collegiate track, what's that like?
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I definitely not doing track for most of high school, and then thinking I was going to be a football player. It's definitely a unique thing to be able to come here and perform and do my best at a high level. And so I think it's hard. It's hard work, and I think it's something cool. I I have fun with it. So.
Yeah, and then also to reach this point while you're still so young, what's that like?
I think it's cool, obviously, but I think it's something that like I said, I set a goal to be here, and I wanted to be here all 4 years, and so it really just tells me that I'm on track to be where I want to be going forward.
All right, Brooks, thank you, man.
Thank you.
And for you, Travis, you've been there before. How much does that help maybe prepare you for this particular go around?
I think it helps a lot. I've been to two national championships and some big competitions, so I don't think there's going to be any surprises. I think everybody coming back for outdoor, I competed against during indoor, so there's a bit of a comfort factor there. So I'm really excited for this and the opportunity to do it.
Are you pleased with where you're at throwing the shot?
Proud but never satisfied. I'd still like to move the mark, but as far as it's going this season, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
The fact that you're, I guess, currently third, score history with shot, but just, do you really look at things like that, or do you just kind of do your thing and let that stuff take care of itself?
I try to not let it get to my head. I mean, there's still a couple spots I want to move up on the all-time list, but yeah, I'm just trying to have fun, throw far, and just win some trophies.
You're excited to go out there, and I know there's a lot to it. You try to, once you're on the track, you just focus on what you're doing, but you're going to be going out there probably early in the week. Just talk about maybe the experience of the environment.
Yeah, we're leaving here in just a few days. We'll be there for close to a week. Get adjusted to the elevation and all that. I'm really excited to be there. Colorado is one of my favorite states. It's a lot of fun, but it is a business trip, and I'm ready to go there and compete.
Landon or Vince?
You said that a lot of those same guys you saw in indoor will be there for outdoor. Are you friendly with those guys, or are you guys frenemies?
No, we always give each other our best, but as far as talking to them and being friendly with them, I think shot put's a little bit different than a lot of different events. I'm not too familiar with how people are with those different events. But, we are pretty friendly. We kind of just all stand in a line warming up and talk. And then, once they gather us together and it's go time, then we just kind of flip a switch and go for it.
I know that you said you guys have to leave early to adjust for elevation, but Colorado just being sister state away, is there any kind of advantage to being, 5 hours away compared to Carolinas or up northeast?
Yeah, I think there is. We're just driving. We don't have to deal with airfare and all that. So I think there is a little bit of an advantage versus people coming from different coasts and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just really excited to get there and get after it.
All right, thanks, man.
Vince?
Yes, I do have one. Hey, man, real quick, you've been to the national championships before, and, what do you say to the younger guys, or how do you, or I guess maybe what's like the key ingredient, if you were, like, what's made you so successful to get you to these national championships, and what's the message that you kind of relay to the younger guys to hopefully be in your spot someday as well?
Just worry about yourself, be consistent the best you can. Progression's not linear. In my case, definitely was not. So just worry about yourself and just keep your head down and keep moving, and things will work out.
And lastly, did you see yourself being in the national championships not only once but several times? Did you see that when you first started this for yourself?
No, not at all. A late great coach once told me that if you can hit your high school mark before you get done with college, then that's considered a good career. And I was able to do that, and then quite a bit more, and hope to do it even more. So no, I definitely did not see it, but I'm glad I'm in the spot I'm in right now.
That's all I got, man. Appreciate your time.
What is it about, what do you think what made that difference? You said you've been able to exceed your high school mark, with the heavier implement and all that. What do you think's been the difference?
I just became obsessed with it. I wasn't for quite a while, and then I don't know when the exact turning point was, but I just became obsessed with it. Now it's kind of my life.
Awesome. All right.
Cool.
Well, Megan, one of your last times out, you go over 13. How'd that feel?
It felt amazing. I just, it came out of nowhere. I just got there to the meet, and everything fell together perfectly there.
Is that kind of what you're hoping for at nationals?
I feel like in practice I've been getting a lot of consistency, so yeah, I'm hoping for a similar result at nationals. So.
Have you set a goal for yourself at nationals, or is it kind of like just go out and do your best?
Yeah, I'm just looking to go out there, try my best, see if I can get any higher, just have some consistent jumps. So.
Coming into the Penn State, the last chance, did you have a goal to qualify, or were you just kind of doing your best and if you made it?
I definitely had the goal to qualify. I saw the progressions before I got there and knew that that bar was going to be the one that would get me there. And, yeah, it was really exciting.
I guess how have you grown from the beginning of the season to this point now?
A lot of it is just consistency. I feel like I've really grown in that, gained a lot more consistency in my run, takeoff, stuff like that. So.
Landon?
We kind of just joked about it, but this meet being at elevation, is there any kind of difference in your vaulting at a higher elevation?
I mean, I've never vaulted up there before, but maybe a little bit with the running. So, yeah.
That's all I got.
Vince?
Just one thing for me, for yourself to be at these national championships, right? Not a lot of people can say they can do that. How cool is it for you to be, one of the veterans and to be able to still do this and pass your knowledge on to the younger athletes that hopefully can be in your spot too?
It's really exciting to get to go and experience that. Get a second shot at nationals, and yeah, I hope that answers it.
So I've got a weird one here. Pole vaulters, the pole is something special to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you went to national indoors, you got shipped differently. Are you
Mm-hmm.
gonna like take the pole with you attached to the car this time?
Yeah, we're gonna strap it onto a truck, I think. So,
Does that make you feel a little bit more confident with it, knowing that's gonna be there? A little
well, yeah, more confident that it's definitely gonna get there. We are gonna see it the whole time. So, yeah.
All right, everybody good? All right. Thanks.
Good luck. All right. Well, another trip to nationals for you. Does it seem like old hat?
It's a new one every year. Excited, same feelings, just ready to go and see what it's all about and hopefully get some big throws.
Do you take a different approach than what you've had maybe in the previous trips to nationals from what you've experienced previously?
I think this year, I'm just kind of going in knowing it's just another meet. I think, previous years I made it to be something so big and special, and, you get there and you realize I've competed against a lot of these girls that are already going to be there, and just treat it like another day.
Are you pleased with the way that you're throwing right now?
I am very consistent, so hopefully, just keep the ball rolling and see where it takes me.
Obviously, you haven't been here before. Does that help? That prior experience help as you go into the next one?
Yeah, I think every year, every meet, you learn something new, either whether it's about myself or about my throwing or about, the competition. Just going in and learning and having those experiences helps a lot.
How do you, as an upperclassman, maybe pass on that experience to the younger players on the team to want to be in your shoes at some point in the future?
Yeah, I try to tell them all the time everything that I've learned, like all the little tips and tricks that I use, whether it's because it's raining outside or because you maybe have fouled 2 throws and you're going into your 3rd throw. So anything that I've learned that I can pass to them, I try, and hopefully it helps, and hopefully in the next couple of years you'll see some more throwers.
Do you have any goals for yourself specifically, or do you just want to go out there and do the best you can?
I want to go out there and do the best I can. I've been chasing the 60-meter mark, so dreams come true hopefully, and I can hit that mark. But just go and try and enjoy it.
Vince.
Hey, Alyssa, long time no see.
Hello.
Just a question for you. For when you and I talked the last time at the KU Relays, you were saying how you're not the biggest woman in the world. You just use your ability and your talent and your experience that you've had before. Is that what you're just kind of banking it off of? You're just using your natural ability, and obviously it's led you to this point. But what's just worked so well for you? Just this whole season.
I've been doing this for a few years now, and at this point, you kind of just have to trust in your abilities. I know what it is that I need to do, and I know I can go do it. And so I don't think it's a matter of size or strength by any means. It's just going out and competing to the best of my ability. And I think if I do that, it can be a successful day.
And to build off of what you had at the KU Relays, right? School record holder, all this different stuff you've had, great meets this year. How do you use that as momentum, into a big event like this? Like you said, you faced off against these other girls before. How do you take the consistency that you've had this year into the championships?
It's a weird feeling because you hit these PRs and you hit these records, and it's like the mark never stops moving. It's like you get to where you want to be, and then you want to go a little bit farther. And so, I hit 59, and I want 60 now. I feel like even when I hit 60, I'm going to want more, and I'm out of eligibility, but I'll be back. And so, just using this last meet as kind of a little bit of motivation to go leave everything that I have out there is going to be a big help.
One last thing for me, just to see the program build up. I asked Coach the same thing. To see the program continue to have these, national, go to championships, different athletes every year. What does that say when you first started compared to where you're at now? What does that say of the growth of the program from what you've seen?
I think it's going to be an incredible. The growth that I've seen just being here has been amazing. I think we have some really good throwers on the way that you're going to see in the next couple of years that, are probably going to break some more records. Records are meant to be broken, and I can only hope that one of my teammates goes and breaks my own record because that would be the coolest feeling. But, yeah, the growth is crazy. And just to be here when I don't want to say when it all started because, we've had a rich history of throwing in the past, but to see where we are now from where we were when I started has been pretty cool. Thank you.
Real quick, talk about your transformation. You came here as a javelin thrower. I mean,
Yeah.
what made the change to go to the hammer and do that?
Well, in all honesty, I didn't really want to throw javelin. I was just kind of handed it, and it was like, here, we're gonna try this out. Tried it out, completely hated it. I was not very good, but I'm always up for a challenge, and it was a challenge. And I had experience throwing javelin. I threw javelin in high school, and I don't want to say I was tired of it by any means, but it was just something new. It was a new toy, a new experience, a new challenge, and so I stuck with it. Ended up just loving it, and yeah, it just kept going and took off from there.
And then lastly, is there anything, because the person whose record you broke in the hammer was also from Topeka. Is there anything, what is it about Topeka and throwing a hammer?
Hey, top city. We got some athletes out there, and so I don't know what it is about the hammer throw or Topeka, but it's a crazy coincidence.
All right. Good enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank-
Coach, you're taking 4 athletes to nationals, and as I look at it, the quality of those athletes is going to be pretty good. They all have a chance to earn All-American honors. That has to be kind of the exciting part of this, the group you're taking.
Yeah, definitely. They're, they've worked so hard, and you get to the national meet. Obviously, they're talented and they're successful, but this group is unique in its own way, and they've got a real opportunity to do some damage. So pretty excited to see how this thing turns out for them. So.
I guess just how, each of them kind of grown over the course of the year.
Oh man. Whew, let's see. How have they grown? I think you look back and you see the course of the year, you see the course of their careers. And, when they come in, I joke with them, I have these random distinct memories of the recruiting process, or maybe when they came on their visit, and you think back to the progressions that they made, the highs and the lows, and to see them, how they respond. I think that's a big part of the reason, not only their talent, but why they're at the national championship, is because it's how they responded. If something didn't go their way, they really were able to shrug it off and push forward and really learn from those lessons. So I think that is one of the differences in particular with this group, especially with field eventers. It's I hate to say it's different, but it is a little different. It's a different aspect, very technical. So.
Do you, as a coach, have an expectation for certain student athletes to make it to this point of the year, or some just like emerge as the season goes along?
A little bit of both. We like to think that that is the standard. Is that we have representation at the national championships. So when you have those types of expectations, hopefully that resonates with a large portion of your team. And so that's the goal. That's the standard. You heard Travis mention the top fives. That's something that we look at and we study a little bit. And the athletes, they know where they're at, and they want to continually move up and improve. And so the expectation is to get there. Getting there is the hard battle, and now once you get there, it's like a whole new season. So yeah.
Being somewhat close, I guess, Colorado as opposed to, big flood or whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to be going early in the week. It's going to be like a week of trek. Talk about maybe the bonding experience off the track with this group you're going to have.
Yeah. These are the things that hopefully that they'll look back and they'll remember the experiences. The long van rides and staying in the hotels. We try to take them to a nice place to eat. Really how they kind of cope with the stress. Because it's kind of like that ticking time bomb. Maybe we all are waiting until Thursday or Saturday, and it's just a long week. So you're kind of trying to occupy your brain and occupy your time, but meanwhile you're focused on the task at hand. So I think through that stress really allows them to really form some good relationships. So.
Landon.
Coach, you kind of just touched on this with John, but did you have any kind of go-karts or water park planned for this week?
No, I'm a pretty boring coach. My upbringing as a student athlete was, when when things go well, we have a good trip. So as the coach in me is, I want to keep them distracted. Truthfully, this is a pretty low maintenance group. They're pretty easy to please. They do a really good job of occupying and staying focused. We try to keep the atmosphere light, and maybe we'll get some ice cream. That's probably about the extent of excitement for us. And then if we bring home some trophies, we'll be really excited.
I have a more serious question. Less so about being a coach and more so as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing your athletes work their butt off every day from the moment last season ended to today, how cool is it to see that those four athletes, their work is paying off?
Yeah, I mean it's extremely rewarding. I mean there's lots of reasons why you get into coaching, but truthfully, when you try to build a team, you're bringing in the coaches, you're bringing in the athletes, and trying to not get in the way or meddle in every one of those areas, but you want to have a little bit of hopefully a positive influence, and so trying to see it all come together. I guess is one of the most satisfying things, watching them progress throughout the year, seeing them put in the hard work. And again, like I said, just when they deal with some struggles or some setbacks, really how they respond. And I think that's what we're most proud of is how they can say, hey, I didn't do so well here. They're able to step back and reflect and make adjustments and get better moving forward. So that's really a special thing to see. Physiologically, no, unless they're in an endurance event. You might be a little bit winded from time to time. Travis takes a throw. It might cause him to breathe a little harder. I don't know. But out for these events in the field, again, it's very technical. So if anything, there might be some data, some science out there that says maybe the ball will fly a little further, the javelin will go a little further. But unless they're going to run the 5,000 meters or something like that, I don't think it'll impact them at all. So.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Vince.
Coach, one thing for me, to see all these players or the athletes, over the course of the years that you've been there, be at the national championship stage, what does that say about the program that continuously you guys have these athletes compete at the highest level?
I think it speaks a lot about the tradition, of course, of the program, but really the credit to the athletes. They're the ones obviously that come in, they do the work. They're spending time in the weight room. To their event coaches, of course, with Kelsey and Kaylee, they're working around academic schedules, weather, facilities, all of these variables that they're trying to balance, as well as just the personal, priorities of the athletes and large group of athletes, So I think the expectation to get them here is the foundation, but then really the credit to the athlete and to the coach that this is what they aspire to do and they want to pursue excellence. And so watching them go through that process is pretty fun. So, it's however many we have national qualifiers plus a few more. That's how many we'd like to have. But we're pretty proud of this group, and hopefully we can continue to grow it throughout the years.
That's all I got, Coach. You said it perfectly. Thank you so much. Unless anybody else has something else.
Awesome.
One thing. How big of a notebook are you taking to take notes?
Oh, really?
Since you get a host of
Yeah.
nationals next year.
Yeah, well, I've been here twice before, actually. It seems like yesterday, but I'm not getting any younger, so it was a little while ago. But I have fond memories of being here last time, and I think every school that hosts does a tremendous job. And so I remember Pueblo, and I know they run things really professionally. And so we're gonna try and pick and choose what we see and what we can learn from them. Of course, we'll put our own spin on it. We're pretty confident in what we do here, and but I'd be lying if I didn't say we weren't going to be. We'll be looking closely.
Well, Coach, we're kind of a year early or a year away from this question, but how will hosting a meet change how you as a coach during a meet?
There'll be some logistical aspects there. There are times where, and I had the honor to work on a committee before, so I have a little bit of a feel there, where you're kind of like superhero is probably a bit much, but there are some rules and courtesies that you abide by. And so, if I was on the committee before, I was not allowed to wear any school issued apparel. I had to abide by the committee rules. And when I was going to be in the coaching area working with athletes, then I'd have to go back. I'd have to get out of my committee apparel. And so sometimes it was literally a change of a shirt or a hat. So, you just be professional. You get a flow for things. I think it's going to be a lot during the year. But, we've got a tremendous group of assistant coaches that, we can't host a national meet unless we have a great staff. And so we can really rely upon those coaches, and that'll allow me to be a little bit of wherever I need to be. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.